Welcome to the podcast, guys. Rob Tatro here. This episode 161 of the running journey for March 19th, 2026. So you guys know that Charlie and I are amateur runners. We've spent the last 4 years of our lives trying to qualify for races and Ironman and run backyards and do all sorts of things, triathlons and ultras and you name it, running across provinces. But this is a new venture that we're doing starting today. It is called Project 4. Project 4 is our attempt at coaching, our first ever attempt at coaching. I mean, I dabbled in it in the past, but this is a real formal attempt at coaching. Charlie's dabbled it also. And we're taking 4 runners, 2 of which don't have coaches, regular runners that have never had coaches that are attempting to break 4 hours for the first time ever in a marathon at the Manitoba Marathon. We're bringing in Donny Kehler, who is our guest on this episode. He is the first candidate of Project 4. We're bringing him on the show here. We're going to talk a bit about coaching, training plan, things to work on. And we actually, Donny's a buddy of ours, so we actually shoot the breeze a little bit with Donny. We talk about some scenarios. Charlie tells us how he's feeling and how he's been feeling since London Marathon. And I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek. He's not running a lot. So he talks a bit about that. We talk about some scenarios, fun scenarios. Stay towards the end to hear Charlie and I debate some pretty absurd topics. But basically, this is our us building a training plan for a Winnipeg runner that's going to try to break 4 hours for the first time. His name is Donny Kehler. He is a great guest. He's a funny dude. I love the guy. Funny dude. And he's going to try to break 4 hours in June at the Manitoba Marathon. So this is episode 161 of the running journey. It is a really good one, guys. So enjoy. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome. I'm back. I'm back here with my brother. Welcome to another episode of The Running Journey. Charlie Tatro, my co-host and brother, is here with me. Charlie, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Even if the virtual background is no more. I love that. Love the real background. But more importantly, we have a guest today. We teased him last week. We talked about him in the past. He is the second confirmed, the first guest that we're bringing on Project 4. He has never run a Sub-4 in the last decade or so. His goal is to run a Sub-4 hour marathon at the Manitoba Marathon in June. None other than Donny Kehler. Donny, great to have you here.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, great to have you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Donny, you've started running kind of more. I feel like you ran a lot in the past, but like you've started running a lot more in the last couple of years, right?
Yeah. Well, I never ran seriously ever, like in my youth. I did Costa Fall a few times and stuff like that, but I was never that big into jogging, more soccer and sports and stuff like that. I went through a couple of years in kind of the 2010s, 2010, 2011, when I just decided to start running at one point. I don't know exactly what was the deal with that. I think somebody just talked to me about the Manitoba Marathon and I wanted to try it out. So I did 1/2 and a full marathon as well. Very little training, just going with it and doing it. It's easy when you're young, but even that, doing that full marathon, just kind of it was after, I think it was the first Rib Fest year. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah.
I totally remember this story. Sorry, go ahead. I'll let you tell it though.
Yeah. So we were out pretty late and I camped out at Rib Fest and somebody just kind of woke me up and was like, we need you to run this marathon. You got to come to do this thing you signed up for. And I did run it, end up running it under 4 hour. It was a different time, but it took its toll on my knees. That was pretty tough for a little while. After that, I kind of dropped off and completely stopped running for a long time and got back into it when you were running and you guys had your weekly jogging club. Marty was talking to me about it and you were as well. And you're just saying, you should do this. It's a good time to catch up and get with the guys. And it was awesome. I kind of eventually got hooked and started running half marathons.
I remember that night because I remember I was with Marco, and I was not an athlete in 2010. But I knew enough about running marathons. I remember telling you and telling the guys, this is not going to happen. Donny is not going to run a marathon tomorrow. Like, you were, I don't know how many beers deep. It was like midnight and you weren't in bed yet. And like, I was like, Donny, like, this isn't happening. This is not happening, this marathon. And like, you didn't even, like, what was your plan for the ride? You didn't even have a ride or something? Like, I remember you
Marty just grabbed me and was like, let's go. And so I just jumped in with him, and he brought me to the start line, and I kind of stumbled out of the car and started running.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you didn't have much of a nutrition plan that day.
Chip time. Was it, did you have to resort to chip time, or like were you on time?
Yeah, there was no Garmin's, no nothing around that time. But yeah,
well, there would have been a chip for sure.
There was a chip. Yeah, I was I ended up 3:57, I think was the time.
I'm guessing you did not do a negative. I'm guessing you faded pretty hard.
It was a huge struggle. It was I had Alain Foidor kind of encouraged me on the last half a little bit and helped me get past the end of it. But yeah, no, it was a struggle for sure.
But that is still a very good time. Like, very, very, very good time for anyone. Never mind someone who's didn't train and didn't run. And that's similar to my kind of 3:58 from 2001 or whatever, where, you know, the athleticism took over more than the training and the plan. So anyways, you started running again.
Yeah. So
now,
like 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, we were running the run club. You started coming. And I know you've done a few halves and marathons since. What have you done since?
Well, lots of halves. I've been doing the Manitoba Marathon pretty much every year. We had done WFPS, CMV. We did that every year that you guys were doing it. And
I think you did. Didn't you do Run with Rob too, the Manitoba one, like the first one, or no?
No, I was never able to get out and do the actual Run with Robs. That would be cool to do one day.
But you did Treehorn.
And then that was my first kind of full marathon so last year I was trying to build up to a full marathon distance, and I was able to do Treehorn 4:15 or something like that. It was a little bit of a struggle, and I wasn't super happy with my time. Wanted to maybe come back and try it again one day.
Yeah. Well,
Charlie, do you have his time there at Treehorn? How did that go?
I'm pulling it up to see. So 4:15:18, and curious about the splits here. So
the second half's gonna suck.
There's a couple slow miles there at the end. I mean that's how it goes.
Yeah,
marathons are hard, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about 16 kilometers, and then it's or I guess 20 something, 30 something. Yeah, at one point I think it was 10K left in the run, and I just looked at my watch, looked at what I had left to do, and I was just like, what? I kind of just asked myself if I had what it took to do this, and I just kind of said no, and I just dropped right off after that.
Was that the race we were at, Charlie, or different?
Did we run Treehorn last year? No, I don't think we did.
You ran it last year. Okay, yeah, you went
2 years ago. We did, yeah.
You went with Marty and Grant and those boys, right? Donny?
I went with Marty.
Yeah, okay. And you thought 4 was in the cards potentially. Were you running with Marty?
Yeah, for the first half.
Didn't you go out faster than Marty in the first half?
Well, we weren't on pace for a 4.
Okay.
By the time we got to the half, and so Marty, it was a hot day and the roads were muddy, and Marty just kind of looked at me. He was like, I don't think we're doing a 4 hour. and I didn't want to accept it. So I started speeding up, and it all caught up with me.
Okay, and then he passed you at some point, right? You went ahead. You're like, I'm
he
not
came
giving
back
up
and
on
caught up
4.
with me, and then just kind of dragged me across the finish line.
Okay. How much training had you done for that one?
Probably not enough. I was running.
There's some decent mileage here. I'm seeing some
Yeah, I was
decent
running
mileage.
twice a week. I was doing a long run and a kind of a medium run every week, and just kind of going a little bit more every week. But I think I maxed out on 30. I think 33 was my longest run or something before we went to treatment.
Yeah.
So I never ran the distance, and that probably.
So Donny, what made you want to try it again now at the Manitoba Marathon this year? And
yeah. So I'm not signed up for the Manitoba Marathon right now. Right now, I'm only signed up for a half marathon in Fargo, and I've just been kind of training a little bit at the tail end of winter and trying to see if I could get back some of my fitness. And I was just going to kind of see if I could get to that point where I thought I could maybe make a run for it. And I heard on Rob's podcast, he's looking for guys that want to try and break 4. So we connected, and I think this is probably the motivation I need to get her going.
Oh, I love hearing that. Oh my God, I love hearing that.
Can't wait to hear that you've signed up for a race here. But
we will get you signed up here, Donny. You're doing this, so it's happening. Yeah. So we are 15 weeks out, Charlie? Is that about right? Or is it 15
15
weeks out?
Pull up my
trusty calendar.
Training Peaks calendar here.
I know you've been running, because I mean, we see you on Saturdays, and I know that you've been running some longer distances, because I saw your run on yesterday. So what are you doing now? You're just kind of trying to build mileage?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been running 5s and 10s mostly at what I think would be race pace. So like that 5:35, which kind of gets you to that 4 hour. And I did a half for the first time this year, just to
say. I was going to ask you about that. So you do kind of like to put up these random halves all the time.
Yes. It's a Donny.
What's behind that?
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just feeling good. And late morning, I just kind of get up and start running and see how it goes. But yeah, usually that's on the weekends. I'll put in a long run, and I never really know how long it's going to be sometimes.
But this one was planned though. The Sunday, yesterday or 2 days ago, you did a half, right?
Yesterday. So on the Sunday, I ended up doing it, and I just wanted to get a half in, just as like this last week has been kind of a fitness test for me, just to kind of see where I'm at. So I did a bunch of 5s and 10s, and then wanted to throw in one half and just kind of see how I felt about it.
Okay. I think you can definitely get to sub-4. I really, really do believe that. Nothing other than like you have the natural fitness, you have the natural ability, you're an athlete. Like I remember when you started joining Run Club, we were doing like 5:45s or whatever, and you hadn't run a ton, and all of a sudden you just showed up, your little dress shoes or whatever the heck you were wearing, and you're like just like it was like you hadn't missed a beat. So I mean, I don't know. Do you have good shoes right now? Do you have good running shoes?
Yeah, I got a nice pair of Brooks, Glycerin Max or something. Okay. They're it's like a heavy rocker. They do really good. I like the ones with a lot of cushion to them, just to kind of protect my knees a little bit. Not that it hasn't been an issue since I've started running, but it's always something that I'm always kind of wanting to think about.
Okay, and how often? Sorry, you go ahead, Charlie.
No, just back on the how many weeks away. We're 13 weeks away, according to Training Peaks, and realized it took forever for it to load. I don't know if it likes having a full week of all red. But anyway,
what does that mean? Your Training Peaks red? Oh, that means you didn't do your workouts?
I haven't done a workout in a week.
How come? What's going on?
I'm just I don't know. Didn't really feel like
well,
it.
You just did the London Marathon
last week. I didn't feel like, and I need to recharge here a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I like the week off after a marathon or two to recharge. I think it's healthy. I've never done it till like these last two that Patrick suggested I do it, but I like it. I think it's fine.
This is the longest I've gone without doing any exercise probably since a very long time.
How are you feeling, Charlie? Since the LA Marathon?
I probably need to start doing exercise again, but
okay. So Donny, I believe you can do this. How many days? By the way,
so back to that. Yeah, 100% you can do Sub-4.
You can do this, and we will help you get there, and we will run with you. But I think you do know that George Grenier is also running, and it's a little bit of like a competition between you and him. Not a competition, but you guys both have to break 4. That would be our goal, right? If we can both get you across the finish line in less than 4. How are you? How many days a week do you think you want to run?
So I want to do 3 days a week of running. Plus I have soccer once a week in there as well.
And so soccer, you end up doing like 7, 8K, something like that, if I recall.
Yeah, 6, 7, something like that.
6, 7. 6, 7.
So a week. Okay.
Yeah. So a long run is usually on the weekends. It'll be Saturday or Sunday, just however long it wants to be. And then just a couple extra runs in the week. Soccer's a floating date every week. It's during Monday to Friday, but it does change every week. So yeah, I figure with 3 running days plus soccer, that should be decent.
What has been your longest training run that you've done historically?
Like ever?
Well, I mean, let's say in the last 2 years, like for Treeherne, let's say for that build.
Yeah, it was, I think I did 33 or something. Or 36.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably just then. And when you did it, it was hot, obviously, but you, like, I remember the Treeherne Marathon, there's not a ton of aid stations. So you might've been slightly underhydrated and maybe nourished. I don't know. Did you have gels? Were you doing gels?
Yeah. We were doing gels so I was doing gels every 5 and salt tablets every other 5.
Every 5K you were doing the gel?
Or sorry, gel every 10.
Every 10 kilometers.
Yeah. So I would do 5 gel and then 5 salt.
Okay. So I think there's room for improvement there. I know Charlie will probably. So that's great that you're doing gels. That's awesome. I think we can probably increase that a little bit, I would imagine, Charlie.
Yeah, I just have to practice it.
I think I do need to practice it. Like at the end of it, I couldn't eat another gel. Like I was just like, didn't want to put it back. And Marty was trying to convince me, come on, one more. And then I was like, no, man, it's not going to be good. So yeah, I probably need to practice with that a bit more.
Were you drinking water too the whole way? Like,
yeah, I was going hard on. I was doing a water and a Gatorade, I think, at every stop.
Okay. So what, Charlie? What are you thinking his week could look like? I mean, you I don't know if it's going to be me or it's going to be you. I think you're probably going to end up working with Donny, Charlie.
Okay. Nice.
So what do you think his week could look like if we're doing 3 runs a week plus soccer? So let's say that's a 6 or 7K of what would you call it? Aerobic fitness, the soccer. Am I using the right word there?
Yeah.
Sure.
So what would he do? Like,
so 3 days a week isn't that much. So we can, I think we can except he's getting a lot of intensity from the soccer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like intervals. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and he's going to want to do like max effort every time he goes out.
1 easy, 1 tempo, plus his long run.
Okay. And what do you think his long run should look like? Like you want to build him up to like, I know you like 22, 23, 24 miles, something like that.
Yeah, whatever he thinks, but like 20, 21. I think if he feels like it, he could go to 22, but like, don't do like me and kill yourself a little bit. So the other part would be, he needs to run easy, probably running too hard on those easy sections. Because if you think about it, like Rob, when you do your easy running, what pace are you going at?
Today I ran at 8. What did I run? 8-minute miles. So I was doing. I'm a minute and a half slower than my race pace per mile, which is like, what is that? A minute. A minute slower per kilometer.
And I'm probably running at 9 minutes a mile. So so that's like, for me, that's over 2 minutes. That's at least a minute and a half. So it's close to 2 minutes over your pace, right? So if you do a 4-hour marathon is 9:10 per mile, or how much is that in kilometers? I don't know.
5:35, I believe you
5:35.
said. 5:35.
So
yeah, I think it's a little bit better than
No, it's actually 5:41. Oh, you're using the Strava tax.
Yeah. So, but either way, like, I mean, so that means that really your easy runs, like, it's going to be hard for you to go that slow. But like, I mean, you could do them up to 6:30, like, per kilometer, or even 11 minutes per mile, which is going to feel really slow. You're only doing 3 a week. So, I mean, it's kind of a different, the whole point of going slow is to get more mileage, which you won't get. So I'm not sure, but I would say do your long runs and your easy runs at like over 6 for sure, and put a section of your long run as at your race pace instead of trying to do everything at race pace, which sounds like what you're currently doing. But
yeah,
and then do your tempos slightly faster than race pace.
Right.
Charlie, describe a tempo here. How, like, just imagine a viewer knows nothing about what a tempo is.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how much time you have in your 2-week runs, Donny. How long are your 2 weekly runs during the week?
Like, they can be kind of as, I was going to look for guidance from you on that.
Yeah. So, but how much time do you have? Like 30 to an hour, or?
Yeah. So like during the weekdays, yeah, an hour for sure. I could do.
You can do a full hour on those. Okay, so we would maybe build those up over time. But let's say your starting baseline would be an hour. You'd want to put in sections in there that are like at above your race pace. So like above maybe 5:20 a kilometer for like
faster than race pace.
Yeah, so like, to kind of get that running economy and just that running strength going. And it might be 5 minutes at a time, like 3 times 5 minutes or something. And then we can build it up from there. And then, I mean, that's just one way of doing it. I'm not saying, I think that a thing, because we have to work within your schedule, which is 3 a week. And so we have to be a little bit aggressive on these. So I would do one run like that, one easy, and then your long run is going to be hard. But I think half of it should be easy, though.
Okay.
Okay, so we take a step back.
At least half, yeah.
If we take a step back, the let's say that the Monday or the Tuesday run could be like an hour easy, which would be an hour at 620-ish kilometers, something like that.
Yeah.
If we looked at the
minimum.
Yeah, not faster than that. You're not going to be able to do that, Donny, but like, you're going to have to try to do that.
Yeah.
Let's say your next run is a Friday, let's say, because you got soccer on Wednesday. So now your next run's Friday. That's your tempo, or Thursday is your tempo. So you're going to do a warm up, Charlie. You're going to start him with a shorter, like I started George with 10 minutes of tempo.
Yeah.
So he did 20-minute warm up, 10-minute tempo, 20-minute cool down. That's what I had George start at.
Yeah.
So his 10 minutes, I had him doing 5-minute kilometers. Maybe that's a little aggressive, but his race pace is 5:40. So 5-minute kilometers. So it was only 10 minutes. So he did 2 kilometers and then he cooled down. And then the second week I think we did 12 and a half minutes. And then this week we'll do 15 minutes. And we're just going to slowly build that tempo up. Maybe I need to be more aggressive. I don't know. Maybe you disagree with how I'm doing it, Charlie, but that's what I've been doing with George. So like the idea, Donny, is eventually that tempo will be 40 minutes, Charlie. What do you think? What is it going to grow to? 40, 45 minutes?
I think that's
35.
If you're saying he's doing 5 minutes, that's way.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to do 5 minutes for the whole thing, but he could maybe do a 51-minute 10K.
I think it depends what you're trying to do. Like, I think if I would do a longer tempo like that, I would do it closer to race pace.
Yeah, in between 5 and 5:40. So let's say 5:20.
But if the point is to kind of just get the running economy and get a bit of speed, because on your long runs, you will be getting kind of that race pace stimulus.
Okay.
So like, I feel like during the week, if you want to go above race pace, you could do it in sets, get the volume over multiple intervals as opposed to get it all. And there's different, we could do, like, if someone's running more often, you could do both of these workouts, right? One, like for me, that's what I was doing. I was doing one that was just above race pace and one that was more speed focused. So for you, I think because you're getting a lot of speed focus on your soccer, I would focus with the kind of in between and just have it kind of these longer intervals that are just slightly above your race pace, but not super fast.
Yeah.
Similar to what Rob is doing for George.
But okay, so you'd start him right off the bat at like half an hour at tempo at 5:20.
No. I wouldn't go that. I would just do like 10, 5, even just 5 minutes, but like 5 times 5. And then eventually those would be, so you get 25 minutes worth, but you get to recover between, and then eventually you make them longer and less.
Yeah, so I call that intervals. But like you're thinking the pace is more tempo-ish pace rather than intervals.
Well, they're longer, like 5 minutes is almost like, well, I guess, yeah, they are intervals, but I guess it's more focused on, it's not focused on speed. It's more focused on that speed endurance as opposed to, and to me, it's just a varying degree of paces, right? So I think because he's doing all the soccer stuff, like he's going to get a lot of that stimulus, which is probably why he's so natural at running, right? Is because he plays soccer, I think. So I would say focus on just slightly above marathon pace.
Yeah. And you would do it in chunks of 5 minutes. You wouldn't do it
to start to the first week, because I don't know, to test him out a bit to see how he manages that. And then as we build, then maybe we get more understanding of how we can handle it, and then we maybe adjust.
You do like 5 minutes on, 3 minutes off, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So a warm up?
No, 5-3, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to narrow it down so he gets clear direction. So a warm up.
Well, no, I'll put it. So what I'll do though is, I don't know the exact details of this. I need to think about this a little bit more, but something like that. I'll put it directly in his training peaks. We'll set you up with a training peaks plan, and then you'll have the exact details. So he doesn't need to know the exact details right now. But let's say, okay, if we want to hammer this one workout out to know the exact details, I would say recovery should be longer than 3 for the first time. So 5 and 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Donny, how do you feel about that?
Sounds good. I should mention, I guess soccer doesn't start till kind of probably beginning to mid of April. So I'm probably 4 runs a week until soccer starts.
4 runs a week. Okay, so then I would add an extra run.
And then when
that is more speed focused.
Yeah.
Until you have soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the weekend run, typically marathon builds, I think what I've seen with my coaches is they kind of build the weekend long run out. It increases slowly but surely. It increases, starts you off you just did a half marathon yesterday, so 13 miles or 21 kilometers, and slowly you build that, and every once in a while you get a down week. I think the idea is that you recover, or you I don't know, whatever the reasoning is. I have it in my plans all the time. So like 2-3 weeks up and then a down week, and then 2-3 weeks up and then a down week, and that, and you slowly build over to 21 or 22 miles. Does that make sense, Donny?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the way she goes.
And then obviously you would back out from the end and kind of go from there.
With George, I just said, with George, I said, okay, we got 15 weeks. We started a couple weeks back. He was already at like 11 miles. So we said, okay, let's get to 12. Let's get to 13, 14. We'll take one. And I just built it out, and we're getting to 21, I think, using 1 mile increments.
But like, I think one of the things with these long runs that I think there's a way of thinking about them that experienced runners think about them differently, I think, than newer runners. These should not be things that you're like, oh, will I be able to get to the end? Like, they should be easy enough that you know you're going to get to the end. The question is only, it's not if I'm going to get to the end. The question is, will I have the ability to have the pace on that faster section? But getting to the end, you know what I mean, Rob? Like when I first started running, it was like, oh, I have to run 20 miles today. I'm like, oh, will I get to the end was a question I was asking myself, but now it's not a question. It's like,
yeah, but Charlie, would you say like that's a result of just the fact that you've done so much of this and now you know? But I remember back then I was like, holy shit, can I do 20 miles on Sunday? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it wasn't because you weren't running easy enough, right?
Part of it was that, but part of it was also like I hadn't done that many of these, and it was uncharted territory for me.
Yeah, I feel it's mostly the difference is that honestly, I feel like anyone can do almost any distance if they run easy enough, right?
Or walk.
Or walk. Like, part of it is walk. Yeah. So I think it's changing that mindset to say it's okay to go slow to get those miles in. And when you get more experience, things just get easier, so it doesn't feel as slow. So you know what I mean? Like, it's more of to me, it's more of a mindset when you're a beginner that you don't really know how easy things need to be.
Donnie, when you did your runs yesterday, what pace were you doing?
I was a little over 6. I was like 6:06 or something.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah, so
that's like maybe zone 3 though, right? Or maybe close high zone 2 or zone 3 probably.
Yeah, I was 154 average heart rate, which would be
a
little high for me. Yeah. Like I get 180 or something is like a really high heart rate for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So no, it went pretty good. It was a little chilly outside, but I'm not used to
that's right.
I'm not used to running in the winter like you guys are.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't been outside in the winter.
I haven't run outside in a while. It's just
I'm so soft, Donnie. You're less of a wimp than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Charlie's the beast. He usually puts in way more miles outside than I do.
Not this year. Yeah.
But okay, you still went slow-ish. So like I think one of the things we say on this podcast a lot is like more miles, less pace. So like the lesson I think Charlie's trying to convey here is it's okay to just know that you're going to finish it and to do it just way slower than you think. And like, it'll just get way easier to do those miles, and they don't really matter as much in terms of speed. What really matters is getting the miles in, getting the heart rate going for that long, and then getting a little bit of a fast finish at the end to start. Now, maybe I'm paraphrasing Charlie. Maybe that's how I feel. Maybe that's not how Charlie feels, but
I feel like it's what the feeling I get from like when I started running, the difference between now and when I started running. When I started running, I would sometimes not want to do a run because I would think it's going to be so hard, right? To me, that feeling, you should never have that feeling. If you have that feeling, that means you're probably doing, I mean, yeah, sometimes you're going to have hard workouts, but like you should never have that feeling. The feeling of this is going to be too hard should never prevent you from running. It should be because that probably means you're doing the workout too hard. It's kind of, does that make sense, Rob? Or
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Donny, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, I think that sounds awesome. I've never done a structured training plan, so the whole intervals and throwing in different distances and all that is just stuff I've never really done. I've always just kind of gotten out and ran and see how I went that day. So it'll be cool to try that and come up with some kind of a nutrition plan. I guess less.
Yeah, we'll help you with that too. Nutrition plan. Yeah, you'll have to practice though, eh?
We want to get you to like
gels.
Yeah, we got to get him to like at least 8 gels over 4 hours, right, Charlie? Probably closer to 10 would be nice, but at least 8 minimum. He's got to get to 8.
I mean, 8 would be great. Like I did a few marathons with no gels. And then when I started doing gels, I thought 6 was a lot. I was doing like I did 4 a few times, and then 5, 6. Eventually, and then my last one I did 11. So I think expectations, like it can be a slow builder. Once you figure it out, it's easy. You can do more gels, but just practicing, I think.
Yeah, practicing with gels will be pretty huge. I mean, just tell me.
It's expensive though. That's the only thing.
Tell me how many George is doing, and I'll double it.
George told me, Donny,
okay,
that he's gonna beat the crap out of you. He says that you're not jogging enough. He says he's doing way more miles. He says he's more dedicated. He says he started earlier. He says he's gonna have a better nutrition plan. He's like, he thinks he's gonna blow you out of the water. Just to be clear,
I want him to have a run that he can be proud of, and I want his whole family to be proud of him, and something he can talk about to his kids and his kids' kids, and tell everybody that this is what he did. But I just want to do better than him as well. and he'll always have to say, except Donny beat me that one time.
I just want him to break an ankle. That's all I want.
No, I think you guys will both be happy if you guys both do well. That doesn't really sound like the George I know, but
no, I made that whole thing up. For ratings. No, George is like, he's so thrilled. He's so pumped that you're coming, that you're doing Project 4 with us. He's excited about Project 4, but he also says, well, Donny's a much better athlete than I am. Like, Donny's going to kill me. And I said, well, George, I disagree. You're also a great athlete, and you also have a ton of experience, but you guys have similar stories. You guys both did a marathon last year where you thought you were going to get sub 4 or close to sub 4, and you both did like the exact same time. Like it's crazy. Like your exact same story. You both trained, you both were ready. You both thought that, you both topped out at 32 kilometers in your training, 33 kilometers. You both thought, okay, I got this. You both went out that day kind of on pace, and you both kind of finished with 4:15, which I think is probably the most common story for someone attempting to do their first sub 4.
Yeah, probably.
It's not like a blow up. It's just, slowed down a little bit and weren't quite able to hold on. So I think the training that you guys did prevented you guys from, allowed you to do a 4:15, and not like, because I've seen people blow up to a 4:30, a 4:45, a 5-hour marathon, right? If everything doesn't go well. So I think you guys have very, very similar stories. And I think he's going to run, I think he's going to do 5 jogs a week, maybe 6. So he's excited. He's already at, I think he's at 55 kilometers a week already. Okay. So he's focused. So you're going to end up being, okay, so what did you do last week? You did 20, 22, 21 plus 10 and 10 or 5 and 10, something like that?
Yeah, I did. So 20. So with the half marathon, it'll be like 41 or something.
Okay. So he's, a tiny bit ahead of you, Donny, just letting you know, if you're competitive, he's doing a little bit more mileage than you. No big deal. No big deal. Race day itself. So I think I am pacing 2 runners that are attempting to break 3:30. So Charlie, you'll be pacing with Donny and George. So, do you have thoughts
maybe
on that?
They'll be pacing me. Maybe
they'll be pacing you. Yeah.
Let's push it.
Because Charlie, you're not running anymore. You've taken a whole week off.
Stopped running. So how long do you think it takes for someone who stops running and then just eats like a maniac. To go from, okay, so I ran a 3:16 and change, 58, 3:16 and change, to go from that to not being able to break 4. How much time do you think?
To not being able to break. So if you don't run at all, kind of thing?
Yeah.
And but I mean, eat like a maniac, like you and I can eat, or just like kind of
like gain 27 pounds in a month?
I think it would take you, Donny, what do you think? I think it would take you 4 months to fall out of shape. Is that absurd? Is that low?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't run since winter started, and I feel like I'm restarting from step 1 for sure. The last couple weeks.
Yeah, I think 4 months is about an accurate number.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I've got 3 months before I need to start training. Okay, good.
Aren't you doing a backyard?
Yeah, no, I'm kidding around.
This
last marathon hit me hard for some reason. Like I was
tell me what happened. Tell me why. After or what? When you got back?
Yeah, I just was like, I think I'm done with running, and like I'm just like I've been not really wanting to run at all. So, and I've been enjoying the sleeping in, and I've been enjoying the not doing anything, as opposed to usually it's the opposite. Like I don't. So, yeah, it's just been hard.
Remember when I came back from that 100-mile bike with you guys, and I told you, or maybe I didn't tell you this, but I think I told the podcast, like I'm kind of done with all this. Like I don't need this anymore in my life, and I'm at peace with whatever, and I'm just gonna start eating, and I don't care really, and I'm done. I said that I'm kind of done, and it took a run with Croc, my buddy here, to get me going again. But for me, what the one takeaway I had, it took me about another week or 2, or maybe it was 3 to get back. But my takeaway was, if ever I feel that way, then I'm not running. That means my mind and my body need a break.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine that you're not running if you feel that way, because you did a hard build for London, and you worked pretty hard. For LA, and you worked pretty hard on that marathon.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly what I've been thinking. It's like it's probably I just need to reload, recharge. So
yeah. So you also talked about RPE, and I want to just chat about that with Donny real quick. RPE, does that say anything to you, Donny? RPE?
No, never heard of it.
Okay, so look at us, Charlie. Coaching
yes.
and
talk about RPE. So you're gonna have to understand this, Donny.
Is it reps per something?
Rate of perceived exertion.
Oh, yeah.
So it's an alternative scale to measure how hard you worked in a workout that isn't just heart rate based, right? So
how hard did it feel, right?
Yeah. So anytime in Training Peaks, any workout, you're allowed to enter an RPE for the workout, which to me needs to be reevaluated how they're doing it, because I feel like RPE should be like at the interval level almost sometimes, as opposed to the entire workout. But anyways, I was discussing this with Rob the other day, or I was thinking about this, and I don't know if I'm like a person that is scared to admit that something was hard, but I always put like, it's almost always 2 or 3 out of 10. And if it's a really hard workout, then I'll mark like a 5 or a 6. And I was asking Rob what he does, and I think he does the exact same thing.
I don't think I've ever put higher than a 6. Like one day
I think 7
on the treadmill.
I think I put a 7 once.
Like,
but I do know some people
died.
I do know some people will put 8s or 9s, but I've never done it.
No, and it makes no sense, because there were workouts where I couldn't finish my workout. It was so hard. My heart rate was so high. It was too difficult for me. So I had to like scale it down, push the treadmill down, and I didn't complete the workout. Rate of perceived exertion? 4. No, it wasn't a 4. It was a 9. I couldn't finish it. I'm such an idiot. So like, I don't know. I do the same, Charlie. This morning, 1. It's always a 1. It's always a 1. If
it's usually a 2 or a 3. It's almost always a 3.
Well, if there's no tempo, like if it's an easy run, it's always a 1. And if there's any types of intervals,
out of 10, it's a 1.
Yeah, which is absurd and ridiculous. So like Charlie used to say back in the day, like 10 is like you're being chased by a bear.
Yeah.
Or no, 9. 9 is the highest.
10 is the highest. Yeah.
10 is the highest?
I'm not sure. Anyways.
I've never put a time 10. I can guarantee you that.
But anyways, the point is, if you monitor your rate of perceived exertion on certain workouts, it's a way to catch yourself if you are potentially on the verge of, being overtrained or being overly tired and not being able to work out. So back to when we talked about doing easy workouts, the whole point of saying don't go too fast is you want to save that energy to be able to do your harder workouts well, right? And you want to be able to do the volume you need without burning yourself out. So RPE is related to that because you need to keep track of that.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you're going to get your Training Peaks app, you're going to finish your workout. It's going to pop up. You completed it. You have a Garmin, right?
Got a Garmin, yeah. Instinct 2.
Perfect. I don't know what that is.
We'll sync it. We'll sync it to your Garmin.
Yeah.
Sync it to your Garmin. It's going to open up a window, a notification will pop up. You completed a workout. You're going to go. It's going to open up. It's going to put your run on there, and there's going to be like 5 faces: happy, not so happy, and super sad about like. What is it?
How you felt. Yeah, how you felt. There's a how you felt question.
I don't think I've ever put the sad face. I don't know about you, Charlie.
I always just put the middle one. I'm like, well, it hasn't changed since yesterday. It's just,
sometimes you're jacked, aren't you? Sometimes you're jacked after a workout. Man, that was unreal.
I've got, maybe my 5 or 6 best workouts of my life, I put a 4.
Okay, I always put 5s and 4s.
Always, yeah, because you're an eternal optimist.
I'm always happy.
You always put a 5, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to get an opportunity to put how you feel, Donny, and then you're going to get your number, how hard it was. That's on a scale, a numerical scale. Okay. And then you know what, Charlie? I'm making a New Year's resolution right now. Is it too late in the year to make a New Year's resolution?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I'm making a New Year's
podcast
right now. I think we can break rules. I'm going to start being more honest, and I'm going to use the scale fully starting now in my Training Peaks when I talk to my coach, and I'm going to be honest with myself. No more 4s and 3s on
you should let him know that you're changing your policy though, because he'll be like, hey,
he's going to be like, he's going to stop all my runs if he sees 9. Like, well, what the hell, Rob's dying. So
the one thing I really do find confusing about the RPEs is like, if you do a workout, let's say it's an easy run, or let's say it's a run that has intervals, and let's say you didn't feel great doing the easy part, but then you go and you do the interval section that's really hard and you feel great for that part. Like, what do you put the RPE at? Even though it was hard, it was supposed to be hard, but then the easy part felt harder than you expected. So it's kind of like, you kind of have to like take the middle ground there. So that's why I'm saying like, it'd be nice if you could RPE at the interval level as opposed to.
Does that happen often where you feel great in the intervals, but not great in the slow part? I feel like that doesn't happen often to me.
Well, I feel like, okay, so let's say a workout's an hour and a half, okay?
Yep.
And there was 3 intervals or 4 intervals on the workout, and you went absolutely bonkers on those intervals, and it was really, really hard, okay? But the rest of the workout was super easy. What do you put your effort level at?
Yeah, I think I would put I'd put like a 6 if it was really hard, that piece, and I'd put in the notes that this was hard, but this was easy.
Yeah, that's what I do. I put it in the notes, but it kind of, it makes that whole entering the RPE so much. It kind of puts the value to me becomes almost meaningless because, I don't know.
Yeah, because now I look back on my workouts. Let's say I want to compare my last build. I'll go check my intervals that I did a year ago for this exact marathon. I'll be like, what were they doing a year ago for my Boston training? Like, I don't remember. And I'll go and I'll see I'll see a workout, and it'll be like a 5 RPE. And I know now, I'm like, oh, fudge. I worked.
So what I do in that, so I was doing that, trying to compare Boston to LA here. And I actually went back and looked at the intervals and the heart rate during those intervals.
Your Charlie number probably
to see how I was doing. Yeah.
So
anyways, where were we?
We were talking about RPE, and we're basically not letting Donny talk on this podcast. So, but that's okay. That's okay because we're discussing things. We're discussing RPE. We discussed the training program. Donny, do you have some level of clarity on all that? Do you have questions for us?
No, I think that's good. I'll get going on Training Peaks. That's what I'm figuring I got to get done first. And
I'll send you. No, so what'll happen, Donny, is I'm gonna set you up and I'll send you a link. I'll send you a message here, but I'll send it to you through WhatsApp here, and then you'll be able to set it up from there, and then I'll start putting in workouts for you.
Yeah, exactly. And
Donny, are you the kind of guy who's going to like miss workouts just because you're busy sometimes, or are you pretty religious with your workouts?
No, I won't be missing any workouts.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
none at all. You won't be missing any.
Well, okay, wait. I'm gonna be off the wagon for 1 week.
Off the wagon, you're going to be sober or drunk? What does that mean again? What is are you on the wagon?
You're out of town.
I'll be hiking in on the West Coast for about a week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great. So the thing with Training Peaks is it's really a great communication tool too. So you can just put a note in there or whatever, or block off that part of the calendar, or send me a text saying I'm away, and then we'll just we'll just not schedule anything for that week. Also, once you start soccer, if you can block those off too, so that we don't schedule back-to-back stuff.
For sure.
I don't know what other logistics we got to talk about here, but
yeah, no, I won't be missing any runs. That's pretty easy. I might throw in a couple extras if I feel like it. Who knows?
That's all good. So when you're saying 4 times a week, Donny, do you have specific days that you would prefer?
Not really. Same thing. I would, if there's something coming up, I travel for work sometimes. I might just update that up, block out a day here and there.
And it's easy for you to just
treadmills.
Yeah, you can always move stuff around too if you need.
Yeah, exactly. But no days.
Sorry, Donny, go ahead.
Yeah, no, days are not specific at all. And my runs on the weekend are sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday.
Are you the kind of guy who like will look on, let's say, Sunday night and like kind of plan the rest of your running week and be like, okay, I got soccer on Wednesday, so I'll do Monday, Wednesday soccer, Friday, and I'll move the long run to Sunday this week, or I got a social on Friday, I don't want to run on Saturday because I'll be hungover, or is there some of that, or it'll be a late night, or are you gonna try to stick to like you're probably gonna figure out week by week, right?
Yeah.
What are you running in the West Coast? What's the hike?
Oh, a whole bunch of them. We're going through Washington, and
you and Natasha
and my parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that
we're going to be
amazing.
Doing a couple national parks over there. There's a Mount Rainier National Park and Olympic National Park. We just lots of mountainous terrains and going down the West Coast, down up to Portland. Hopefully there's some breweries and some wineries as well. But
I love that. That sounds
it'll be a good time.
Yeah, Charlie, Donny's parents is still in St. Anne or just outside of St. Anne?
They're just outside of St. Anne, yeah. And they are in better shape than me.
Really?
They're in better shape than you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're not running so much, but they get in their 20,000 steps a day, and they're part of a bunch of walking clubs and stuff. So
pickleball.
Yeah, I'll be trying to keep up with them.
They're not going to be in better shape than you on June 21st.
Not on June 21st, no.
You're going to be in optimal top shape.
Yeah.
What do you love the most about running, Donny?
I love the the social aspect of it. When we do those runs on Saturday, just kind of talking with everybody, and everybody's, there's catching up on the week and all that is awesome. But when you talk to a runner about running, it's a fun conversation every time. I don't know why, but there's something about it. And I don't know. I like doing the run, coming back, checking everyone's Strava, and just kind of encouraging people. I don't know. It's like Facebook to me. I like the social part of it.
Cool. Yeah. And if you run with us, then you don't get to get a word in, because we're talking your ear off about running. But no, I love all of that too. And do you have any aspiration of, like, okay, so you want to run a 4-hour marathon? Do you have other running goals, or you just kind of, this is one that piqued your interest?
Yeah, that's the main one for the year. I do have Fargo half marathon coming up end of May.
So that's 3 or 4 weeks before, right? It's almost perfect, actually.
Yeah. And I might push hard on that one and see if I can get a personal best for half marathon time. So right now I'm at hour 47 right now.
Oh, wow.
So if I can.
Okay, so maybe we need to. Okay, so that's a different training plan.
I know.
We want to do a 146. We'll figure it out. So,
I don't know.
I think maybe we'll push your tempos up to slightly above half marathon pace then.
Yeah. You need to be transparent, fully transparent. Cards on the table, Donny.
Yeah. No, I do want to have a good run in Fargo.
The boys are all going to that too, right? Like the other guys? Or is it just you?
No, I think everyone's there. Marty's going, Mario's going, and I think Grant's going too.
Mario, he's a once a year.
What's the date on that again?
The 30th, I believe, right?
May 30th?
May 30th.
Yeah, so I was going to try to PR that one, but then I went and signed up for the Sub-4 Centennial. So
when is Sub-4 Centennial again?
May 26th.
Okay. May 26th. So like Tuesday?
No, I don't know. It's May
24th, 23rd.
I don't know.
Anyways,
so my plans for PRing at every distance so far not on track this year. May 23rd. So I can PR for 100K.
What are we doing? Yeah, I want to PR. Well, I didn't have a great start to that, but I still believe it's possible, because I'm going to get my marathon PR in Berlin.
I haven't even signed up for another marathon, so can't get it. I need to plan this out. So the question is, do I want to PR in every distance this year more than I want to win the backyard?
Well, why don't you do this
in Canada? I'll do the backyard and then I'll reevaluate.
Yeah, because I think you're going to do really well at the backyard, and if you do, well, I think that becomes your focus for this year, and you could PR every distance next year, right? If you make Team Canada, like frick, you make Team Canada, obviously. Like you're gonna try.
There's too many things. That's the problem, Donny.
Yeah.
I also want to do well at triathlon this year, so I gotta pick some stuff.
I think you might have to start running though if you want to do some of those. That's a chirp. Sorry, it's not funny.
Yeah, he's got 3 months.
Running is a key part of triathlon. You are right. I need to start running at some point.
I mean, you could just bike and swim and figure it out, I would imagine, because you'd gain so much on the bike.
That'd be some fun experiments to try. So you only train one of the sports, and you sign up for triathlon for like a month.
I think I would do better relatively at that than you, because I would just train for biking and I would trim my biking time, and my swim would be okay. What would you do? You jog just running? You train just for running?
Just do running, yeah.
Yeah. That would be fun. We should do that.
I would lose so much time on the bike though, compared to
Yeah, you'd almost have to do biking anyways, right? If you train for just one sport.
I feel like you feel it in the running the quickest.
It crosses over?
Well, that and swimming, but in other words, like, I mean, it takes the least time to improve.
Like, which one?
Running and swimming. Like, in other words, like, let's say you don't train. So this is why Donny's so good at fulls, right? Or marathons, is like he can get up to shape pretty quickly once you start running, right? Because he's kind of got that base. I feel like running for a triathlon is kind of the same thing as, let's say I'm not in great running shape and I start training hard for running. I'll improve fairly quickly at the start. As opposed to biking, I feel like it takes longer.
Have you signed up for the summer triathlons yet? I signed up for Birds Hill or St. Malo. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't been on a bike, but I signed up for one of them or both of them.
Okay.
Nice to have the option. Nice to have the option of running them. Oh, and I got to give Todd a shout out because he texted us this week, you and I, Charlie, and he asked us if he should do the Sub-4 Centennial. He said there were 2 spots left. And
you see, I thought I had gotten the last spot. I guess some people backed out.
I think was there 1 spot left? What did Todd say? Anyways,
when I signed up, it said 1 spot left. That's why.
Okay, so people are maybe backing out and the bibs go back. So Todd Friesen got I think the last or second last bib. So he's going to try the Sub-4 on the Centennial. I was a little aggressive in my recommendation for him. I was like, Todd, you can do this. Do it. You're going to have so much fun. Do it. So he signed up for it. There will be a lot of people that we know at that race. We should make plans for that.
They're all so fast too. So it's going to be.
Yeah, we're not elite there. We're just trying to finish, you and I. Like, we're just trying to finish.
I'm going to walk as much as I can.
Well, I want to PR it. So I need to beat it by a minute. I need to beat my time last year by at least 1 minute. I want to PR. If I can get that PR, that's one distance off the.
So I've decided I won't train specifically for it. I'll just show up and not worry about it.
Same. But you're going to be trained for it anyways. You're training for your backyard. You're going to be absolutely trained for it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm spending no mental energy on it.
What would a training plan for a 100K race look like?
Well, I would probably need to run tons of trail miles.
Yeah, well, we're not doing that. It's overrated.
Well, I don't know if it's overrated.
No. I'm being sorry.
Donny, do you like running on trails, or have you ever done that, or what's your idea?
I like it. Yeah, we did the Birds Hill one, me and Grant, a couple years back, and we had a so it's like 5 different runs.
Is that Joel's series? I think that's Joel's series. Joel Taves.
Yeah, and that was cool. It wasn't like real trail running. It was running through Birds Hill, but like, some of those longer ones are, I don't think I don't know how many miles I've got in me because they get pretty intense.
You guys also did something pretty cool last year.
Oh yeah, the parks. Last year, 2 years.
Oh, ran
the parks. Yeah. Tell us about that.
We might do that again. We'll see. There's, man, I can't remember. I think it was like 8 parks or something that you had to run through. And you tried to do it in the month of July or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you got a special prize if you did it all in one day. So we ended up running them all in one day on, like, we kept rescheduling, and finally we picked the hottest day of the summer. And I think it was 58 kilometers altogether that we ran, and just kind of jumped in a car and drove to the next park. And Grant had a bunch of chocolate bars and stuff in the back of his truck, and we were just trying to stay hydrated. But yeah, that was a challenge. That was probably the longest I've run in a day, and maybe ever.
That's almost tougher though, because you're getting in a car, your legs are cramping up, you're driving, you're slowing down, you're losing momentum. By the time you're like, and that takes way longer too, because you're traveling and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it was tough. Like the last run, I was going at as slow a pace as I could go. Like I wasn't trying to break any records at all. And we were just trying to finish for sure.
Who was it? Just you, Marty, and Grant, or was there someone else?
And Mario.
Mario did it too. Mario, that guy needs to start coming to Run Club and hanging out. And like, I don't never see that guy.
Yeah, I know.
And he's a natural runner too.
Yeah. I could probably bring him out. Like, he lives in Saint Agathe. So if he wants to drive to my place, I can just keep driving from there, and then we can make
try to get him out to a run club one of these days. And like Grant, he's a beauty. Like, he's just prepped for that. I bet you he was like a catalyst and the organizer for that day, for the park day. It wasn't Marty, right?
I think it was him and Grant that kind of found it and pushed it to us, because they like those cool kind of little experiences.
I remember I was jealous of you guys. I was low key, as my son would say. I was low key jealous of you guys.
It was a hard day, but man, we loved it. It was great. Well, one day we should do we got to start the run from our place out in South Pembina.
Oh yeah. We got to do that. Yeah. We'll do it one of these days here coming up, as soon as we go back outside, running outside.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so Charlie, you're gonna send him the training peaks. Donny, you're ready, rocking and rolling. Full transparency, RPE activities, what you want to do when you can't do it, and we'll be in time. We'll probably try to get you back on maybe close to the race if we can, to give everyone an update. Maybe we'll get you and George on at the same time. But how do you feel about your chances and what you're signing up for?
Oh, I'm pumped. I heard that George was running a little bit more now, and now I'm thinking maybe I need to up the distances or the speed or something. But we'll figure out a way to do it. Just let me know if George is doing better than me, and I'll.
I think he's doing better than you. All right.
I know he started earlier than I
did. He's a little ahead of you. He's a little ahead of you right now, Donny. But you have plenty of time to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just we'll put in the work.
Okay, right on. I have no doubt you will. Okay, well, this is exciting. Our first guest here on Project 4, Donny Kehler, who's going to try to break 4 hours with us at the Manitoba Marathon in 14 weeks, or 13 weeks, as Charlie said. Pretty exciting stuff. Guys, send this episode to someone you like. Give us a 5-star review. It helps us grow the podcast. Give us a comment. Give us a like, a share, whatever the heck people do on socials these days. We appreciate you guys. And again, for Donny Kehler and all others training for their first few marathons, remember, more miles, less pace.